Oh, shoot. Oh my gosh. Now is that better? Oh, all right, all right, all right. First 5 minutes. Don't worry about it. Thank you everyone for joining in here at the Rocky Mountain Cigar Show. We're not going to go through the whole thing again, but here we go. Here we go. So I that was my bad. I have no idea what happened, but there was a hiccup on the system somewhere, and it muted me and did not let me know. So I am so sorry. We have a sponsor-driven episode tonight, sponsored by Sagrado, and very, very happy to have them on. Very happy to have these two people on the show as often as I can. John's been an ardent supporter since the start of Sagrado a couple years ago, and almost since the start of this show, and has shown me love and support. And you put it on full blast. Okay, why did I mean to scare the shit out of you? I'm sorry, Rudy. But yes, so big shout out to John and Nat. We're gonna get to them, talk about all the fun stuff they have coming up for this year. God, I can't believe I did 5 minutes on mute. That's fucking embarrassing. Oh well, who cares? CNN and everybody goes out all the time, right? Who cares? But anyways, we're gonna go through the brand shout out one more time here. Not as slow, but we have BAMF Cigars, ROCF Cigars, Kristoff Cigars. Let's see here. Now I'm all discombobulated. I'm sorry. We have Sagrado, which is the sponsor of tonight's episode. So there'll be no other banners going tonight. It'll be Sagrado at the bottom. We've got Micallef Cigars, Big Sky Cigars, Cornell and Diehl, Pipe Tobacco, with my absolute personal favorite being Autumn Evening. We have La Aurora Cigars. We have West Tampa Tobacco Company and Steve Saka over at Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. Huge shout out to all these sponsors that remotely make this show possible. Thank you very much for giving me the privilege of being able to do this show every single week and for supporting me along this fun, incredible journey that kind of took off and turned into a thing of its own. So absolutely. Nice to see we've got Bruce on. Bruce, we missed you last week. Near the end you jumped on, but nice to see you on from the beginning. How you doing, JJ? We've got Richard. All right, Rudy. Great. Let's go ahead and bring in the guests for tonight because, nobody really comes to stare at me. And let's be honest, John and I look very similar. Natalie's going to steal the show here.
Oh,
she's the one that's going to steal it. How you both doing?
good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
What are you drinking, Ryan?
Tonight I am going to be drinking the Axe and the Oak Rye.
Oh.
So I am going to be doing a bourbon. What are you guys drinking?
Well, I got a little bit of a Coke problem here.
And I'm drinking mixed with Fanta.
Man, I wasn't looking at the screen when you said Coke problem, and depending on where you are, that's taken different ways. But no, yeah, Coca-Cola is always good. And you've got a Fanta?
I've got a Fanta mixed with Sprite.
Oh, fantastic. Awesome.
Really sophisticated.
Oh, well, it hits the palate just right. That's all that matters.
Right?
She's highfalutin.
There you go.
Highfalutin.
How do you fluent?
Highfalutin. Okay.
So let's bust into the only segment that we do on this show, which is the What Are You Smoking Tonight segment. This is sponsored by Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. I will let you guys go first, and then I think I have one of the pre-released Anatolis because I pulled it out of my Sagrado bin. We'll let you explain what I'm smoking as well. So go ahead, explain what y'all are smoking, and then tell everybody what
I'm always smoking a Lilith. I took the band off because I'm there. But yeah, you know me. I like my Lilith. What are you smoking there, Juan?
Well, Juan here is smoking a breathless cigar, which is our brand new latest that just got released in the last week. So these are in stock. They're shipping. Let's talk about the cigar a little bit, right? So the cigar's got a Habano 2000 wrapper. It's quite yummy. It has a binder that is one of my favorite leaves, Sumatra. And the filler on this, da-da, for the first time, a Sagrado, a Esteli Nicaraguan filler, including the Ligero. So it's a delicious, yummy cigar. Reach out to Natalie here. It's in stores right now. It's selling it. Your store is not carrying it.
Ask them for it.
Ask them for it, and most importantly, too, let Natalie know.
And Ryan, what are you smoking?
I think this is the pre-release Anatoly. John gave me 2 of these. This is the second one. This one's been sitting for I think close to a year in the humidor, if not a little longer.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I can speak to it for you, Ryan, if you like.
Yes, please. You speak to it better than me.
So that was actually a creation for me originally, and it just so happened that people like Ryan, who have amazing palates, and some other people, they loved it. So I thought, what the hell? Let's just bring this thing to market. So the tobaccos that I really love, it's got Sumatra wrapper. No surprise to the family here. And then the binder of that one is another leaf I like, Corojo. Woohoo, Corojo, right? And then the filler on that one is a Seco Cubano. That's where you get your cedar notes and some of that floral stuff that's going on. It's a lovely cigar. The Corojo is kind of like the gatekeeper. It keeps it all in line.
It's a great cigar. You've made really great cigars from the beginning. Yes, you've adapted, you've changed, you've kind of tweaked some things as stuff has went along. But everyone in the beginning of stuff kind of does that, right? But
Yeah.
what you have put out in such a very young age of the cigar company has been exceptional, in my opinion, and that really just goes to show that you know it doesn't matter where you are in life. If you've got a dream and a goal, you can learn how to do it.
Absolutely.
And you've definitely put your teeth into this, and you've even dragged Natalie into this. And, you know?
Right? So, you know what, Kate, before we go on, so the cigar you're smoking, the Anatoly, when I do my pitch, this is how it goes. Anatoly's like a party. You know, you get there, everyone's kind of shy at the beginning. Then you have a couple drinks and people loosen up towards the middle of the party. And then at the end, you're dancing on the table. And that's the Anatoly.
All right, Fundacional, which is now rebranded as La Chispa. A much easier word to pronounce, Ryan Miller. La Chispa.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? It might be easier for you because you got that in the tongue. You've got the Latino tongue down. I've got the biscuits and gravy heavy tongue going on. There's really no accentuation I can put on much. I've had to learn how to make a rolling sound with my throat instead of my tongue because I just can't do it. It just doesn't work. But yeah, so what it Lachismo?
La Chispa.
La Chispa.
La Chispa.
Formerly
Okay, that's
known
easier than
as
Fundacional. That's easier. La Chispa.
It's a cigar formerly known as Fundacional, now known as La Chispa, which means the spark. And so that was our very, very, very first cigar that we introduced 3 years ago. 3 years ago we introduced it. And we basically wanted to cut our teeth with that after people gave us good feedback. So La Chispa is the spark of Sagrado.
Well, it's a very good cigar. That was one of the first ones that you gave me in that sampler pack when we met for the first night. 4 or 5 hours went by and almost an entire bottle and 3 cigars each. It was fun. So let's kind of catch up here with you all.
Same here.
Let's kind of start with, you guys are coming out with a lot. I mean, you have a couple of new cigars this year.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
let's go ahead and start from the top. And let's start with the one that you're smoking, and let's kind of go through each line and talk about them a little bit, when people are going to be able to get them. I know the one you're smoking right now is going to be shipping very, very soon. The Lilith is only a year old and kicking ass. So that one was announced. That one was showcased last year at our
The
fundraiser,
PCA.
Yeah, PCA.
and PCA and our fundraiser. So it was a big hit. So let's go ahead. Let's start with the one that you're smoking now, John, and let's walk through everything new that you have coming out.
Sure. So what I'm smoking now is breathless, and it takes your breath away, right? So this one, let me show you the box of this one. It's a beautiful box.
Look at this.
And it falls down your thumb just right.
Can you see?
It was like a Pretty Woman moment for you, John, where the box
Right?
closed. Yeah.
So that's the pretty rock box.
And show the outside of the box.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Pretty outside.
Isn't that lovely?
It's slick.
Oh.
So
It's
now
classy.
We both worked on this project since December of last year. We moved to a new factory for our new rolled cigars. All of our old rolled Cuban S, still the same factory. And we wanted to make some new rolled cigars. We felt that was a gap in our line. We actually met with this company last December. They've got a master blender that came from Davidoff. He was there for 20 years, a long time. And so he paired up with a master roller, a master buncher, and a businessman. And they put this business together, and they're just kicking ass. Small factory. They're making these new ones for us. Breathless here. And then we have another new one, a Fuma, which we have a really cool name, Ryan. I think you'll appreciate it.
Ready for the name?
Yes.
Worthless.
I can pronounce that. No issues. I know the definition without needing to Google translate it too. Yes. Yes.
Oh, we should have made something up.
Oh my God. So Worthless is a stick that you'll be able to, any day stick you'll be able to purchase. It's a double Robusto, and it's unbanded. It comes in a bundle, and it's got a Worthless label on the outside of it. It's the economy stick. You're going to be paying, depending on the state, anywhere between $4 or $6 a stick. It's got 5-year age tobacco, just like Breathless. It's made out of Breathless. It's like the little child of Breathless. It's a Fuma. It's a hybrid, which has got a full leaf, and it's got filler in it. It holds a great ash. I've had an ash on it, long, 1.5 inches, 2 inches long, holding it together just for the construction on it. The wrapper on it, I swear, if you look at this cigar, you're going to swear it's a premium cigar. It's got an HBA wrapper on it, so it looks like a premium. It smokes with a great draw. It's got very smooth retrohale on it, and like I say, it's 5-year age that gives it that smoothness that is from this baby right here.
And you said long filler?
I'm sorry?
You said long filler?
Not Fuma.
It's a Fuma.
Yeah, is it a long filler or?
Oh, it's combination. It's got one long filler leaf for the construction, and then the filler is all short fill that gives it all the flavor. It's a blend. It's a blend of the tobacco from this cigar, the filler on it. So Estolé, 5-year age.
Awesome. Now, what made you bring out a bundle?
What made me bring up these two?
What made you bring out a bundle?
Oh, the bundle, because it's an economy cigar, and it's a cigar that you can buy in stores, 20 sticks for like $95, and instead of getting a little cigar like a little Robusto or some other small stick for the same price or just a little bit less, you're getting a big cigar. It's 5.5 inches long, and it's got a 52 ring gauge, and you're getting these things for $4 to $6 a piece. So we put together only in the bundle and keep the price down and make a cigar that's every day. You can be in the garden working. You can, have a cigar that's at lunchtime, anytime, golfing.
Yeah.
It's very affordable. And it's a delicious cigar that everybody can afford, especially in this crazy economy that we've had the last few years.
And especially for lounges, this is a good house blend because of the price point. Hint, hint.
It does come unbanded, so you can stick anything on it you want.
So I want to try something because I think a fan just kicked out over
Yeah.
y'all's head and kind
Yeah.
of grounded you out. I think the system was being muted on my end in pre-show. That's why we couldn't do it, and I just didn't see it somehow. Put on your Bluetooth headset. Let's try that and see if that cuts it out.
Okay.
Okay.
In the meantime, do your thing.
Yeah, of course. No, yeah, we're just gonna watch you guys just play around a little bit. Yeah, it's be fine. We'll be right back. So Richard Barron says, "Take my money." I know, right? I am looking so for. We could hear John fine, but he was a little low. It was better than me, but he was a little low. We'll let him put the headset on. I think he'll fix the whole problem. Okay. Um, I know I'm super excited too, Richard, to get a bundle cigar from this brand. I know he doesn't put out anything that's subpar, and at $4 a stick, 95 for a bundle of 20, like that's a really, really good deal. I'm definitely looking very forward to that. And well, while we're giving them an opportunity, um, he does. He has a headset for a wireless headset for each. And let's see. Yeah, hello. We good? Can you hear me? All right, let them get that out. Yeah, I can hear you. Hello?
Oh, I hear you.
Hello.
You can put one in
Oh,
too.
yes, that's much better.
Much better. Woohoo!
Much better. Okay, awesome. All right, so let's redo the whole 22 minute. No, I'm totally kidding. I'm totally Natalie's like, I'm done. I'm done. um, so you guys are releasing this bundle stick. I'm super excited for it. I think that's a great addition, especially with this economy the way it is. Cigars are obviously a luxury expense, so to be able to hit the market where somebody can have an anniversario once or twice a month and have a bundle every single day, it just makes sense.
Absolutely. But we've been trying to fill gaps in our line, Ryan, and the Fuma was a gap filler that allowed us to compete in one sense. In another sense, to really be mindful to our customers and to the public of a affordable cigar that has delicious flavor. You don't have to compromise with this one with crappy filler that's from crappy sticks. It's 5 year age tobacco that makes this thing up. A quality wrapper, and it's got a price point that you just can't say no to.
So were people asking for this? Was this did you have data to support this leap, or did you just
No,
kind of
it's
read the market?
it's just looking at the market. The market's been shit. If you look at interest rates and what the cost is, for gas, for housing, for eggs, for whatever. Not to quote the news, but it's true. Everything, gasoline, everything's been high, and so this is a luxury product, and it's not something that Well, I think the people on this podcast will be saying, "Yeah, this is my priority, like us," but there's a lot of people that they don't have that luxury, and so we want to reach more people. We want to bring a good cigar that's more, how do I say it's more available, to people, have higher access to a product like this, and hopefully from that point they move up the chain to other cigars that are a little more expensive, but they're premium cigars.
All right. So I'm sorry to do this. And I think you sound better, okay, but it doesn't matter about me. The audience says you don't sound better.
Do I sound any better now or the same?
Richard said you sound like you're underwater. I don't know. Before they heard you perfect, I didn't. It doesn't matter. Let's. How does this sound? Yay or nay, everyone? All right, because we're gonna do. If we do a switch, it's one more time, and then no more times. So let's see. So Richard, Bruce, what's the sound like? Okay, there you go. Richard said keep going. We're gonna keep going. So I think that's smart because the reality of it is now somebody can have a Sagrado experience for under $8. And what
Oh
I
yeah,
mean by that is a cup of coffee and a bundle cigar together is what, 650
yeah.
to do to have a cup and a so like that's a fantastic experience to be able to give someone that for a low price. Because again, I don't know if everybody watching here knows this, if there's anybody new, but Sagrado actually also makes really damn good coffee as well. And so to be able to have a great cup of coffee and a great inexpensive cigar together is awesome. Hey, Daddy.
Oh hey, it's Big D.
Yeah, I get to see this guy next weekend.
Yeah, you see me too.
Yes, I know. I know you're going to be there.
I just
So,
dropped off my sticks to Mr. Tom Bliss a couple of days ago, so he's got the cigars.
are you going to tell us which one did you ship out for that?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So they're going to be putting in all the general mission La Chispa.
Look at that. This is one of the things I love about the way John thinks about the business. Instead of giving a cigar that was his core launch line that he has tons of that are instant access, he's giving away the brand new release one.
Oh no, no, that's breathless.
Well, La Chispa is no the
La Chispa's,
Fundacional.
yeah,
Fundacional.
that's rebranded.
So the
So you have to take
again,
back. You have to take back everything you said that was nice about me.
no, because you did the Lilith for our charity event.
Yeah,
So
I did.
I can't take it. I can't take it. La Chispa is Fundacional. Still absolutely
Yes,
fantastic cigar.
it's got some good aging on these sticks. You know, these sticks have got 4 years of aging on them, so they're definitely going to smoke well. I also put together for the executive bag. Anybody who's listening who's going to spend how much money for executive pass is that? $500 or I don't even
Yeah,
know.
they're expensive.
There's only 60 people. Guess what the 60 get?
What?
Breathless, breathless.
See, I don't take back anything. Look at that. You're giving away but you're doing that. It like again, like that's a smart move. Give away the new one, let people get hooked on it, brings them into the other lines. So many companies, there's I without naming names, there are companies that I've reached out to that are like, yeah, sure, we'll give you one of our cigars made 20 years ago. It's like, that's like that's tough, Um, so that's really awesome.
Yeah,
And yes, Richard, yes, he makes coffee. You can go to John, give the coffee site.
yeah. It's Sagrado, Sagrado, coffee, no spaces, no dots. Sagrado Coffee dot shop shop, and you can buy it online. It'll ship to your house. It's roasted in Bourbonnais, Illinois. You'll receive it, from there across the country. We're from, obviously in Illinois, you receive it in a day. But from coast to coast, probably about 3, 4 days you get it. And it's freshly roasted out there.
Is very good coffee. Very good coffee.
Thank you. Thank you. And it pairs
So
well with our sticks.
yeah, Paris very. You know what I've always told you, and I don't. Again, I don't know if you could do this on the box, or I know you probably can't do it on the bag. But I've always felt you should put in some kind of a pairing card
Yeah,
in your boxes or something
I was looking
to
for
just
it.
to cross brand that.
We have a pairing sheet we made, and we've been giving those pairing sheets out, and it does exactly that. It takes all of our cigars and it goes through spirits, wine, coffee, you name it, as far as what pairs well. And obviously, everyone knows this. Dr. Pepper with 23 different flavors goes with everything. We all know that, right?
So give us an update with how Sagrado's been growing since the start of the year, and so yes, Bruce, his coffee goes great with bacon,
Oh
and
yeah, hell yeah.
I don't know about bacon flavored coffee, but I've definitely dipped my bacon in the coffee.
Oh, we can just throw a
So
piece of bacon in the coffee. It's good.
yeah, absolutely. So give us an update, John. How has life been for Sagrado? How have you guys been growing throughout the year?
But we've been growing. We've been putting on stores. Texas has been a very good state with us. The tax out here is like a penny a stick. I mean, it's stupid low, which is I wish what we had in our 56% state of Colorado. But Texas is very cigar friendly. It's great. We've been expanding out in Atlanta area, Carolinas, the Southeast. So what we've been really focusing on over this year has been trying to get to the warm weather states. So the states like right now that are like Arizona, Texas, and whatnot that are 100 degrees, 115 degrees in the summertime, that they are havens for the Canadians and all the snowbirds in the wintertime. Because what we've experienced as a new company is that this market is extremely seasonal based on weather. And so you don't play golf when it's 50 below. You don't play golf when it's 115 above. And so people favor the moderate weather, obviously, for smoking cigars. Even though you say, well, they go inside, but people don't even want to leave their house when it's so damn hot or cold. So we've been focusing on this market of the sunshine states so that in the wintertime, we don't see a huge slowdown like we did the past year. Last year, we thought we hit enough states, but this year we make sure we backfill. We got plenty of states to get through the winter.
Well,
Yeah.
Michigan with a 56 cap. I smoke around. Yeah, Bruce.
It's messed up.
Bruce smoke. Well, Bruce has an indoor lounge.
Nice.
He put in his house. So
Bruce is my man.
we love Bruce. We love Bruce. So you guys are growing really well. And you're spreading the load. How many states are you all in now? Because you're also Canada too.
Yeah, we're across Canada. We've got a store up there. Is that 2000 Cigars? Who is that has the cigar of the month for us? Tobacco Outlet? Yeah, there's a Tobacco Outlet. It's one of the Canadian stores that, again, supports us and our cigars. And they made our cigar of the month for September. Yeah, in Alberta. So if you go in Canada, you can find our cigars, and our distributor has got a website to show all the stores that we're in. But as far as states go, state-wise, how many states are we in? 15? Yeah, we're roughly about 15 states currently. And, we're rolling out on the states strategically. We're super focused, to be honest with you, with Arizona, Texas, and Georgia, and the Carolinas. I mean, we're hyper-focused on these states. And gosh, I mean, I think a majority of the lounges are in these states. And so for us to, just based on capacity, there's only two of us at this point, then, we have to focus, on where the biggest market is. That's what we're doing. But we are, however, if there's anyone listening that's a rep or a good rep, we're looking for reps around the country to help backfill some areas where we've been growing and to help us to expand a bit. So that's definitely on the table now.
Okay, so we're now at a spot where we're looking to bring on a independent broker
Yeah,
or
independent
in-house?
reps.
Independent. Okay.
Independent.
Awesome. So if anyone's out there in the cigar world that reps independently watching and would like to bring on an absolutely fantastic brand, definitely reach out to John or Natalie.
Absolutely.
So let's see. Oh, here we go. Danny said it's really simple, John. You pay Danny what he makes with Coke and all the benefits, and he'll work for you. Look at that. Look how nice
Oh,
of a guy he is. He's going to really help you out.
if I could, I would. Danny's amazing.
No, love Danny. Love Danny.
He and I would both be happy.
Here we go, Richard. Richard, reach out if you have the ability to do it, and you wanna do some rep and stuff. Richard's great.
Oh,
Knows
awesome,
his stuff.
awesome.
Definitely reach out to him, Richard, and set that up with him.
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
sure. Bruce might be in for a new job too. You know.
They're coming out of the
Um,
woodwork.
Yeah, exactly. Look at this. Look, Richard, the guy, he knows a lot of shop. I'm telling you, in Richard's
Beautiful.
area, Richard's exactly what like Bruce is. They're like the equivalency is their own areas. They're their local, like multi-state cigar celebrities. These two guys are.
Awesome.
And so Bruce is more expensive than me. No, but
That's good to know.
that's great though. I love hearing because last time when you were on, we were not talking about you. Oh, here we go, Justin. Thank you so much for joining in, brother. Appreciate you.
Oh yeah,
Appreciate you, JB. Thank you.
JP, how you doing, brother? Always good to
Uh,
see you.
always. JB, I got to get you on too, brother. Um, So that's awesome. I loved hearing that because last time when we were talking, you weren't bringing that up. You weren't in that stage 6 months ago
Yeah.
about looking to bring somebody on. So tell us what changed
Well,
outside of the demand. Like, are you kind of gonna
we're,
turn somebody loose?
we're having success. We're again getting to a maturity point where it's looking okay. What's the next step? Because Natalie and I only have so much capacity, and we want to be able to do more strategy with the growth. And it's really hard if you're in the trenches all the time. I mean, I like being in the trenches. That's my favorite place to be. Same with Nat, but at some point, it's like we need to get some help so we can look at the nation as far as our growth, where to focus, and so on. We do a little of both, but it's like I say, it's a drain on us just to do Canada, to do like say the states we're doing, and then we still have stores in other states too. Not So I mean, we only mentioned a couple of the 15 states. So it'd be nice, like Maryland, Virginia. Absolutely, I've been out there to Virginia, and I'm down at Quantico. There's definitely some cool stores down there. But yeah, there's some really good stores in Virginia that I'd love to get into.
Now you have international success in your previous roles. In the
Yeah.
sense of you know business owners in Japan and in China and stuff like that. Have you ever thought about tapping those, using that to kind of tap some of those markets? And I'm only asking because I know the Asian market for cigars is growing
Yeah.
massively.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. No, you know what? Part of our business plan was to eventually go into, more of an international, aspect. Canada's a different country. We don't look at that as international. We look at crossing over a big body of water as being international to us. Um, but yeah, no, that's our mind. I'm kind of interested in the European market. I understand I can sell quite a bit in Ukraine, so I'm thinking about. No, I'm just kidding.
Please don't
But
go over there right now.
I know the Ukrainians. There's a lot of Ukrainians. I've got some Ukrainian friends up in Canada, and they love our sticks up there. There's a large Ukrainian community up in Canada, believe it or not.
Something tells me that cigar events in Ukraine right now are probably running pretty slim.
Well, I think if they have this victory over Russia, everyone over there is going to want to smoke cigars and celebrate.
Yeah, cigars. I'm a firm believer it solved most of the world's problems. It personally. I mean, that's one of the. You look at Winston Churchill. He always negotiated over a cigar, and look
Absolutely.
at how many problems he solved and created,
What-
but solved too.
Well, there's one person though that got assassinated, John F. Kennedy. He smoked cigars, so you know.
That's because he was too successful, but we won't go down the conspiracy trail here. But he did buy a couple of pallets of Cubans and then and then put the embargo in. So he definitely
Yeah,
was
he
a
did.
big cigar guy. So as you guys are growing throughout the state, you're looking to bring people on.
Yes.
Um, are you and Natalie gonna like territorialize the country for the two of you and divide and conquer, or are you guys doing a lot of stuff together?
Mostly divide and conquer. You know, she has territories that she oversees. I have territories to oversee. You know, it's not all travel. I mean, there's what we do from home base that she does at home. I do at home. You know, as far as reach outs, talks, emails, etc. Accommodations, Zoom calls. It just depends. On the clients and so on. But well, we're just active, like you say, because from home we cover everything in the country, but we do have a focus, and we have a new guy that's doing some marketing for us. We have a direct marketing campaign with the PCA list of all the different resellers and so on. You know, we're trying to do some different things to get different outreach. I think where the rubber meets the road, though, really is in the trenches. Come from a 30-year life of sales, and the marketing folks feel that all the marketing is what brings in the sales and does all the work. It's shiny. It's great for branding and so like that. But if you want sales, it's us to go to the trenches. It's like the Marine Corps. That's just how it is. And so getting reps that could be in the trenches and work hard, because the more they sell, the more they make. That's the whole spirit of sales, is just be in the trenches, building relationships. People buy from people. You know, I mean, there's stores you go into, and you build a connection, tell the stories. You're likable or you're not. If they like you, they're gonna buy from you. They're gonna do well with the person. They know that you got their back. You know, so that's what you have to do. That's why the call out for reps right now is to expand in that manner.
And that's kind of the beauty of sales. Again, as somebody that's got 20 plus years in it myself, I've always
Yeah,
loved the fact I get to write my own paycheck.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
When people ever ask me how much I make, I just say however much I want.
That's exactly.
It's what I go for. That's
Yeah,
the beauty of it. And definitely, if you find somebody with drive and the passion that
yeah,
equals what you have in this, they're going to be incredibly successful with this brand.
absolutely. And
And they'll
that's one
be in on
thing.
the ground floor too. And that's kind of one of the fun things about building, right, this entry level sales team
Yes,
is it's not really an entry level sales team. It's the team that is probably going to be brought on when the opportunity comes on based on
yeah.
success. You
That,
know,
that's that's right. That's right.
so you're looking for more than just you're looking for that person that's willing to actually live with the company and grow and
Oh,
and
absolutely.
and fine tune themselves.
Yeah, I mean, if we've got the right people, we're gonna just kick ass with where we're going, and opportunities just open up. I mean, we're not looking to hoard all the cash. We're looking to spread the wealth and grow the company and invest in people. People are the biggest resource you can have.
And one of the great things about working for John, he's a salesman. So you're not working for somebody that doesn't know what it's like to be out there in the trenches, to have a broken nose, broken toes from doors being slammed. And that's what separates, in my opinion, some business owners from others is business owners lose touch with that field.
Yeah,
And 30 years in the field, I don't care if you're never in the field for another 10 or 15, you'll never lose that feeling of what that's like to be there.
no, Ryan, it's funny because again, I've got a high degree of education in business, and I know other people in different positions in companies, and they use Salesforce to the certain point to where they run their business on Salesforce, which I think CRMs are great things to have. But if you're strictly a metrics person within a sales organization, you're missing the point. I look at very simple things. How often does a salesperson contact me with what they're working on? How often is a salesperson, contacting their customers and with their customers? How much time are they spending with them? And then finally, the last measure is how much am I paying them? What's their commission check? If they got high commission checks, then it's like, okay, well, what can we do to improve things? What's not happening? Is there something on our side, on your side? What can we do together to fix this? And if you can't fix it, then it's like, okay, well, maybe it's just not your fit. It's what you need to do, or we're not a fit for you. But it's these simple metrics of relationships and communication that you can measure people, and you can see their success. It's pretty common sense.
Yeah, and 90% of cigar sales is relationship selling. If the person doesn't like you, they're not going to buy your product. And so
Yeah,
that goes with the rep, because the rep is the focal point of the company, is the face of the
that's
company. So
that's
that
right.
rep has to be, they don't have to be the best looking, but they've got to be respectful and knowledgeable and kind, and to
It's
where
right.
somebody wants to buy something from them. And I say not the best looking because I got a face for radio, yet I've been in sales for 20 years, so it's worked out. I'm proof that you don't have to be beautiful to be a good salesman.
But, you don't. But and the other thing is you don't have to be highly educated. High school education is really funny in the sales side of it for what we do. If you've got great people skills, if you got empathy, if you know how to ask for an order, you got the self confidence to be able to say, okay, how do we move this forward? What can we do? What are the next steps? If you have that ability to do that and all the other things, you can be a very successful salesperson. You don't have to have an MBA to do that.
No, you don't. Even though you do. John got his MBA year and a half ago, right?
Yeah, yeah, that just gave me a heart attack. It was hard.
Oh man,
uh,
I tell you, dude, I learned everything in sales through multiple failures.
oh yeah,
Uh and I never went to school for anything, and I've always been envious of those that have. It just wasn't something I was ever able to honestly sit through. And so, my gosh, you getting your MBA is ridiculously hard. Um,
it definitely challenged me, and I'd say even if you're going to go to college for 4 year degree, is don't do it because you want to make a lot of money. Do it because you want to change your life. You want to change how you think. As a human, if you can better yourself going to college, do it. If you're just looking to make money, go into sales and don't waste your money.
that's what I was looking to do. In my 20s, I was making more money than most of my friends out of college in their professions.
Yeah,
And
absolutely,
it's
absolutely.
because, that's kind of the beauty of it is in sales, which is why I literally, anybody watching this that's ever considered to get into it, it would like that challenge. It's a challenge, but it could change your life around. I mean,
Oh
you could put your heart and soul into it. You could literally write your own paychecks. And being with a company like Sagrado that's so young, whoever's going to be killing it is most likely going to be sales director when the opportunity comes. So it's kind of like
yeah,
that's the way my mind thinks of it when I'm like, I'm
yeah,
working for a small company. No, I'm not. I'm working for an opportunity
yeah,
to be bigger.
yeah,
And that's really the best way to think about working for a small cigar company is you're building it. When that time comes, who's in the seat? It's
right.
going to be those people you're working for. So it's a great opportunity.
Brian, the best part about what we do here, it's people. I mean, I love the people I go see, the lounges, and hear the stories and talk to the customers. I hang out with them, and I make friends, and honestly, that's a blessing. That's the best part of our job is making connections with other humans. That's Sagrado. That's sacred. It's relationships with people.
Absolutely. And so now that you have been in, by the way, uh, Bruce, I said absolutely, so you got a drink since you brought that up last time because I guess I say absolutely a lot. And Bruce said drinking game for Ryan. When he says absolutely, everyone's got a drink. So that one
Nice.
was for you, Bruce. But so now that you've been in the corporate world for so long, you have most of all of your career. You've been in a corporate
Yeah.
world,
Yeah.
and not just a corporate, but like enterprise level corporate world. So
Right.
like you've been playing with the big boys.
Right.
Your sales orders aren't small, and so there you go, Bruce. Drink. Um, as as you start, as you're now what 3 years into this, right?
Yeah, it's like 3.5 years is when we started. We've only started the sales process a year and a half into it. So, we're a couple of years into sales. So it's really just like year two in sales for us. And we're, getting ready to move into year three sales wise. We spent the first year and a half really work on the product, the blends, the boxes, protecting the IP for it. So we spent a lot of money on legal actually getting all set up. Um, so oh, low battery.
Oh no. Plug in. Plug in. Find a
Plug in,
plug.
plug in.
Quick. Quick. Plug it in. Plug it in. Um,
The joy of technology.
I know,
Um,
right? Battery life still sucks. All this great tech, but the battery life still sucks.
right.
So as you're going through and you've created this company and you're doing both, you're doing the corporate world and this company. Do you feel the corporate world gave you the tools to be successful in this business? Or let me
Yeah.
let me rephrase the question differently. Do you feel you could have been successful running this business without having the background you have in the corporate world?
Yes and no. I mean, I've owned businesses before, so you know, um, I know I could, but I think what I learned from living in the corporate world is work ethic. I mean, I had work ethic before. Oh, it's earthquake. Just kidding. We have power. I hope it's charging. But yeah, I mean, the work ethic and what you have to do, how you have to organize yourself. Some of the sales techniques, like I got trained with Miller Hyman sales training, which is originally I think it was birthed at Motorola. So I've learned different things. I've learned really also how to work with C-suite level, people, and you know, um, they're just normal people like everyone else. It's just they're in key positions in the corporation. So um, I've learned. I think what it did is it increased my capacity of the different types of customer base I had to work with. I worked with anywhere from chiefs of police from a 5 department agency to a CTO or a CIO or any other of the C suites at a like major ambulance company or of a big city like Denver or some of the others. So he gave me some tools, but also there's a lot of things that I learned that I don't want to do in my business. I don't want it to be high stress. I don't want it to be, where people hate their job. I want people to love what they do, that work with us and be passionate about it, not worry about, oh my God, I've got to do, this report, I got to do that report. I just want people again, to be happy and to sell product and go on to the next venture.
And I think that's awesome because there's I work for a massive, massive corporate company that
Yes, you do.
you ask for a pencil and it takes you 3 weeks to get it approved,
Yeah,
and then they'll ship it to you 2 months later. So like it takes a long time for that to go through, and that's where you have the ability to streamline. And I know
oh
that's
yeah,
been an
yeah,
issue in your world in the corporate life is things move slow. So it's really, really nice as a small company to kind of move as fast as you want. But
yeah.
you had
No,
said
yeah,
something really insightful that I love that took me a little bit of time to figure out too. You had mentioned that it taught you how to talk to C-suite, executive level, chief, people really in charge. And I think what it taught me is that they're just like you had said, they're literally just normal people,
yeah,
and
yeah.
and that's something that I think some small business owners that don't have that background, they go in a little bit more on the fearful side. So that's definitely something that corporate world it really does grind into you, is that everybody's just normal.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of segueing, you go to a cigar lounge and you've got everything. We talked about this. Every
Yep.
every level, you've got C suites in there. You've got people that are let's say Z generation. They're newbies. You've got people uneducated, educated, people that drive trucks, people that clean houses, people that do all kinds of things. And they're all in the lounge. And if you have that that mindset that everyone's just a person regardless of like say where their station is in life. They're all just people, and if you can connect and be humble and empathetic with the people, you connect with them, and I think it's a likability thing once again.
And no, I agree, and I think as people build success levels, so here's my thing, and I've got a little bit of data to back this up. Somebody it gets into a sales company, they're green, they're wanting to look good, they go suit and tie. As you move up management, you maybe become a little bit more straight edge, straight laced, a little bit harder. Once you get into upper management, these guys are wearing shorts and sandals and button up shirts to work. Like it kind of reverts back down to like the normalcy. I walked into Casbar, and I won't name any names or name the company, and Tony pulls me aside. He goes, that guy's a billionaire. He just sold his
Yeah,
company a couple of years
yeah,
ago for 2.3
yeah, yeah,
billion. And I'm
yeah,
like, the guy's walking in cargo pants,
yeah,
like a tatted up t-shirt and
yeah,
sandals, and
yeah,
knows and like he's got a truck. So
yeah,
like eventually you revert back down, but it just goes to show that you learn that in that corporate world, you learn that in sales, and in doing so, coming into the cigar world, that helps you as you meet. Sometimes you meet celebrities, sometimes you meet very high up business individuals, and that ability to talk doesn't go away. And I love talking about this because it's one of the fundamentals of sales that I had to get through. One of the things that I taught myself is when I got nervous, I would actually talk more versus clam up, because for some reason my manager always said, if you just shut up, like that looks really bad. He goes, just talk randomly about something. That pick something on the desk if you're nervous, and like change the topic and come back. And so talking in our line of work is something that's really, really obviously a necessity. So as you're looking to develop this team, as you're looking to bring on these people, what are you looking for outside of that drive? Are you looking for virgin sales? Are you looking for experience? Do you not care? You looking for passion? What are you looking for?
well, if someone has experience, that's always a plus. I would like to have someone that has some account management experience. That's a big plus for me. Um, you know, the interview means quite a bit to me. With the person is to see if they fit our culture or not. That culture to me is important because we're looking for the right people. We're not looking for someone that has a different mindset as far as attitude and so on. We want positive attitude, good vibes, fun. Someone that that our customers that we know what they like. We know reps in the industry that have a little bit different ways of doing things than what we're looking to do, and that's okay. It works for them, but we're looking for again more of a fun type person that you know, maybe isn't too far out there, but someone that again customers enjoy, has the ability to have conversations, isn't awkward with customers, with store owners. Because most of the time, it's not going to be with the owners. Most of the time, it's going to be with the salespeople that do the work and the customers. That's where they have to be able to spend their time and understand that kissing the ass of an owner, that's not where you spend your time. You spend your time with the people working for him, and that's what he wants you to do. He wants you to help them and help his guys because they're creating the numbers for him ultimately. So yeah, some experience and obviously having some good knowledge of the cigars, that's a plus. But I think the most important thing really it's passion and work ethic. If they have a problem getting out of bed to go do the job, if they aren't passionate about what they're doing, it's probably not a fit for us.
No, I agree with you on that. And Jared Trudeau said he will not hire anybody that is up and working that's not up and working at least at the same time he is. So Jared's really big on he's always usually the first one up, first one on the calls. And he said if people aren't beating me to these calls, I know they're not serious enough. And that's that work ethic, that's that drive
Yeah,
that you're referring to. And
yeah,
it's always nice too to know that if you're going to train somebody up, that they see the growth and potential in the company, and that's where it falls on you to be a great boss, to be somebody that it runs the company with care and respect for every person working for the brand.
yeah. I mean, my assumption is that everyone that would work with me is an adult, and they're going to be treated like an adult and with adult expectations that I would hope that they are their biggest critic, their own personal critic. And, my job isn't to criticize or micromanage. My job is to help enable them to be able to do their job and allow them to do their job. And I shouldn't really have to tell them how to do their job.
Oh yeah, because then why even hire them? I mean, then you
100%.
might as well do it yourself. So, well, moving on here. How often? When was the last time you were down in the DR?
Oh gosh, that was probably 4 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago. Yeah.
And what were you doing?
Well, we were
Sitting on the beach, hanging out.
out there looking at the breathless cigars, doing the final approval to make sure that all the packaging was the way we wanted, the ring location, the band location. It was doing the final look over in the product just to bless it. Same thing with the worthless cigars. So we got a chance to smoke a few, try them out, see how how they were. They were, everything came out perfect. And this new factory is just so exciting to work with.
Now, when you're checking out a new factory, what are the top three things you look for when you are at a factory?
Uh, quality, quality, quality.
Okay.
So when I first met with the factory in December, one of the things I told them is I said, look, our other cigars we've been producing, they do well. They're scoring upper 80s, that's decent. I said, but I don't want to be in the 80s. I want to be in the 90s. And part of having to measure you as a company is I'm going to have a cigar that comes out and will be in the 90s. So, so this cigar has been going around,
No
and
pressure. No pressure.
it's been the 90s, and so it hit Danny's drill bucket.
I was gonna
So
say, yeah,
and
Danny's infamous drool bucket.
it is drill bucket cigar prop with Kevin. We scored in the 90s with him, which that's a daunting task with a cigar prop.
You know, Danny, one of the things that you've got to do if you're still watching, if not, I'll bring it up to you. you need to get like a Drool Bucket 505 approved like
Yeah.
thing that people can put on like a marketing material. Because in the boutique world, 505 means more to the boutique world, I think, than most reviews.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
In
Yeah.
my opinion. So, well, that's awesome. So you guys have been killing it. You now got your 90s cigar, your 90
Yeah.
plus rated cigar.
Yeah.
So, what are we looking at to come after we have this release? Are we done with the year, or are we looking for more?
Well, we already started working starting in January, which was not too far after we started working the other one. Concurrently, I've been working on a full body, and Denny's had it. He's tried it. I got to get one for you to try. It's amazing. Both Breathless and this other one are a retrohaler's dream come true. If you like the retrohale, these are your cigars. I mean, they're amazing. So the full body, it starts out as a medium, and you say, "Oh shoot, I thought this was going to be a full body," but as it gets going, you get through your transitions. On the last third, it's a cocoa bomb and it's full body. That full body that's got so much nicotine or so much pepper that you're like, oh yeah, that's my. If this is that cigar, if that's what you want, this is that cigar. When we're saying full body, man, it's just packed with flavor and notes that knock you out. It's delicious.
And when do we get to see that one?
We're targeting right now. Again, our target, see how targets are, they move sometimes. But we're targeting January, February, sometime after the first of the year. You know, we're hoping to get it out by first quarter.
Fantastic. And Bruce missed it earlier when you had said you're releasing Breathless. When does that go available? He just asked.
It's available now. It's in stock, and you can buy it now.
Yeah, that's what I thought you had said. It's fully out there right now. We're
Yeah.
waiting for Worthless to ship.
It's shipping too.
That's shipping
Worthless.
now too. Okay, but
Yeah.
that one's not in stores yet.
It is in some stores actually.
It is in some.
Yeah, we just got a bunch up to Alaska in the past week. You know, we've got some out in Texas right now with Club Humidor, who's been a great customer for us, new customer. Our first month with them a month ago, we just opened them up and they sold 400 sticks in one store, 100 something in another store, 100 something in another store. So we sold like 600, 700 sticks in 1 month from this new 3-store chain, and they're great partners for us. We love these guys.
Okay, so Bruce said he didn't see it at Zeal. He buys your cigars from Zeal.
I think JB can take care of them.
Awesome.
I mean, in all fairness to Zeal, it just came out a week ago, so it just got available to ship last Thursday.
So hold tight, Bruce. Reach out to JB. Let him know you want them, and JB will make sure you get them. I promise.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he'll make sure you get them. I love the areas you're focusing on in the States.
Thank you.
I think that's best. You're focusing on mecca areas for the cigars. You're focusing on low tax areas for the cigars. Like that's, and you're also focusing on areas where you have snowbirds. So people are going to go back up north and ask for the cigars they've been smoking all winter. So like again, it kind of hits back where they live too, and that's kind of the wisdom behind focusing on those areas.
Yeah.
So as we're making the new cigar, as this one comes out January or February, when do we get a Lancero from you? I'm just asking, like, do we get this at some point? Like, when am I going to get this Lancero?
Okay.
Please.
So I got something for you. So I've got probably maybe 1 or 2 bundles left because I sold 3 bundles of these out in Texas. One of our stores called Rustic Cigars, and there's a guy that had a prototype of our Lancero Breathless, and he absolutely loved it. So they ended up buying 3 bundles, which they're just getting tomorrow, as a matter of fact. But I've got some, Ryan. I've got some Lanceros, and guess what? They kick ass, man. They are good. It
I know
doesn't
they do.
it doesn't taste exactly like Breathless because you get so much of the Habano 2000 and the Sumatra that it kind of overpowers the Nicaraguan filler. So it's a delicious cigar. It's just it doesn't to me taste. It tastes like the components of Breathless. If you want to understand what that wrapper and that binder tastes like, but I've got Coronas also. I mean, the Coronas do pick up all the essence of the Toro.
Well, you know what you do is you make that Lancero a Breathless Limited that is a um, event only cigar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll have to do a production run on those. Yeah, because I only got a small run on those. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. They're I think those are 42 by 7 by 42.
Okay. Okay. So slightly bigger than a textbook Lancero. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fine. So that's going to be in full production in what, a couple months? Then it's going to be out.
No, no, it'd be next year. Yeah.
Listen, I have been hounding John for a Lancero for a long time.
Well,
I'm
I'll
waiting
get, I'll
for
get.
Danny to chime in here on how much he loves Lanceros as well.
Remind me, give me a text message next week to remind me to bring it for you at the show.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm super excited. I'm super excited. Let's talk really quickly about Cigar Fest because I know some of the guys that are watching this are going to be at Cigar Fest. What are you
Yeah,
offering? Are you allowed to talk about your deals and what you're doing, what you're bringing?
yeah. I mean, we're gonna have like fresh packs we're putting together. So we're gonna have like 5 cigar deals on those mixture. We're gonna have a bunch of those. Last year we realized that's what we should have had. So we're gonna have a lot of those. We're gonna have box deals. I mean, we're gonna have some really good pricing. So come see us. Come take advantage of the discounts. We're bringing so much with us. We're hoping to sell out with what we bring.
So, Bruce, drink. Aha. I'm never going to let you live that one down, Bruce. Every time I say the word so, I expect you to take a shot since you decided to make that game. Um, well, I'm excited to see you in town because you're never in town anymore. I feel like you're always either traveling for work of some kind, out of the country, philanthropy, rubbing elbows with the rich and famous. And so I'm
I don't know
excited
about
to have
that.
you back. I'm excited to have you back in. Um, so as we're now building this portfolio, we have our core line, we have a name change, we have Lilith that was released last year, we have Breathless, we have a bundle Worthless. Have you had, and then you had changed the name was see, I knew the name was going to be hard for me. I knew it. What was it again?
Well, Fundacional, and we had to change it for IP reasons also.
No, correct. But what was the new one?
La Chispa.
La Chispa. Okay, I will get better at commending.
Hey!
Hey, right? Hey, yes, I am the whitest guy you'll ever meet. Uh, so have you? I know in changing names and in changing packaging, sometimes you get the people that go, "Oh, you changed the cigar." Have you run into that at all?
No, no, you know what? Zero. And the thing is, with us being smaller, we're not like I won't even mention names, but some big companies have taken over other smaller companies, and you hear about blends that just don't taste the same. And people aren't stupid. People who are loyal customers and smoke the same cigars over and over, and then a company takes over and they taste different. It's you have to give the customers a little bit more credit to that. Um, So no, exact same. It just has a different wrapper on it. I mean, fan and ring and box. That's all that changed. So no change. No problems with people.
Nobody's come up to you and said, "Hey, this feels different. This tastes different. Did you change the blend?"
They haven't caught us yet.
Well, that's good though. Like that's great because
Yeah,
I know that sometimes when you do change the name, some
yeah,
people feel that you've changed the blend and they don't
right,
realize that that cigar was made a year ago and it's the
right.
same cigar. So I was just curious if you would run into any of those
No,
concerns.
no problem. And people, I think, appreciate the easier name to pronounce. Instead of saying Fudacia now,
La
they
Chispa.
say La Chispa.
There you go, La Chispa. I
Yeah,
will remember that. That is easier. That is definitely easier to pronounce. So
it's easier on the brain.
yes, it is. Where are you going to next? Where are you and Natalie off gallivanting to next for an event? Where can people find you?
Well, the Rocky Mountain Show.
Well, that's next weekend. I'm talking
Yeah.
about outside of that.
Event wise, it's more cut lights and stuff that are going on. And I spent a bit of time going up to see Natalie up in Canada. She comes down to spend time with me. As of February, we got engaged. So yay! I, I'm becoming an honest man.
Well, I think she's good for you. She's good for the company, and she's been kicking ass.
No, she keeps me
I
on my
mean,
toes. Let me tell you.
yeah, I'm sure she does. You know, she's been kicking ass and taking a. She's been growing that Atlanta area like crazy. You had told me.
Yeah, she's doing good. Well, and one of the stores that you went to, it's funny that story where I was talking to Chris,
Yes,
over at
Montana.
Montana's
Close.
Tony Montana.
Yeah.
But that was such a small world because he asked me, he goes, "You know Ryan Miller?" I said, "Yeah, we were good friends."
Well, when I
but
walked in there, it spelled Montana, and I walked in. I'm like, wow, there's really nothing in here that looks like Montana, and it
I
didn't
know,
click that it was Montana, like
I
Tony
know.
Montana.
You see all those Al Pacino pictures on the wall and so on.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, get back to Nally. Very fortunate, blessed to have met her 3.5 years ago. She's definitely the love of my life and the most important person, that I have in my life. Outside of my son, right?
So, what's that been like to work, um, with your partner? How has that business pleasure? Well, no, let me re-ask what I mean by that is how is it hard to turn off business at the end of the day when both of you are so intimately involved with the business?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, because we're thinking about things, we're talking about stuff, and we'll get to the point where we say, okay, let's turn it off. We make a conscious decision, but yeah, I mean, there's so much. It's again, it's just our size, whatnot. We're thinking about new blends. We're thinking about what's going on with clients, what we like, what we don't like, what we're saying. So we communicate well together, and just like anybody, we have good days and bad days. We have more good days than we do bad days, but we're human beings. Everyone has that, and as long as you show mutual respect to each other, that's the key is respect.
So, who wins in the business disputes?
You think I'm stupid? I'm a man. I'm always wrong.
So that doesn't even change when you're when you're running the company.
Trust me. I wish I would have known what I know when I was in my 20s. Gee whiz, I would have had such less grief.
Right, right. I mean, I agree with you on that. How since bringing Natalie into the business, she's obviously been a stress reliever in many ways, and taking some of that off of your plate.
Yeah.
How inexpensible has she been to the success of Sagrado over the last
Oh,
2.5 years?
I couldn't do it without her. I couldn't do it without her. She is such, a integral part, and in many ways, from a personal level and from a business level, um, you know, she definitely has a lot of input. Breathless, we worked on that one together, and she came up with the artwork on that, and it came out beautiful. And I worked on the blend, and we still collaborated on the blend and the box, and we wanted something that was elegant and went together. That Breathless. That's a love story for us. So that was the two of us back in
I love
February. That's what that it was a proposal. What that's all about.
I love it.
You know, uh, but no, she's indispensable. I couldn't do it without her.
So as you're obviously going through what's Bruce said, 3.5 years, not too bad. You got great cigars and a fiance out of it. Um, do you think you would be where you are with the success of Sagrado without Natalie?
Do I think what else?
Do you think you would be where you are without Natalie?
No, I don't think so. There's a how do I say it? There's, for lack of better words, there's a synergy that the two of us have, and we create that third, entity just with the combination of the two of us, and our two personalities, together, it's like we're unstoppable. And I think in any good partnership, whether it's in business with another human, of whatever gender, what it may be, but I think that the combination of two people can create just this powerful synergy together, and that's what we do. And she's different than me. I'm different than her, but we bring some good things and some bad things into it, and we offset each other and complement each other. Um, so that being said, I don't think I'd get to where I was at today without her.
I love hearing that Natalie makes up where your shortfalls are, and that you make up, if she has any shortfalls, you try to make up where she has.
Yeah, so my list is like this big.
He had to sit back, guys. The fish got bigger. All right. No, that's awesome, man. I love watching you and Natalie's relationship grow, watching her dive, not dive, fucking cannonball into
Yeah,
this world of cigars. I mean, she's tied up with Sisters of the Leaf. She's a tobacconist. She's certified. She's helping you pick cigars. She's not your normal husband, wife, fiance style couple where she's inside doing the book work. You're out doing, she's in the trenches fighting side by side, closing deals with you. And that's not something you see often in a husband and wife team, or even fiance driven team in a company. It's nice to see that.
thank you. I think the two of us, the reason why we get this synergy, really, what it is we have such a passion for each other, and we have such a passion for this business and for our customers. Our fuel that we have when we're exhausted is this passion that just drives us. Passion is really, I think, that the common thing that brought us together. You know,
Where do you see Sagrado now versus 5 years from
now, and compared to 5 years from now.
Yes. So I asked you that question when you first came on, and you've honestly fulfilled quite a bit of your goals. You wanted to have, I'm pretty sure you said you wanted to put out a couple of cigars a year with meaning, not just to add cigars. You wanted to grow the
Right.
company. You wanted to bring on a staff. now that we're achieving those, where are your next goals for 5 years?
That's a great question. I mean, in terms of product wise, after we have that full body, we're going to be, gosh, we're going to be pretty deep with, the different blends. So I don't see us focusing so much on coming out with a bunch of cigars. I think I see us doing anniversary cigars, specialty stuff from that level. Most of what I see us doing over the next year is expanding into different vitolas. That's what I see us starting to do next year.
Now, are you getting a lot of requests for different vitolas?
Corona is one. I'm getting requests for box press, which we're
Really?
considering doing a box press in that full body that comes out. It's going to have a screw wrapper. I mean, it's going to be a beautiful dark wrapper on that, oily almost looking. It's all natural. But yeah, I think we're going to be doing more on the Vitola side for sure. Coronas. I mean, we might play with some torpedoes on some things. Robustos where we don't have robustos. Yeah. I mean, where we see the market. I love Coronas. Corona's probably one of the best smoking cigars you can get in the market. But as far as that's probably what I see the foreseeable 1 year. I see us the next 5 years as having a large sales team. To be quite honestly, I see us a large sales team, and I see us really in 5 years. Yeah, we'll be quite a different company in 5 years. So I see just much bigger, more seasoned. I'm sure we'll have some international business in the next 5 years as well. Europe. One thing I'd like to try to do within the next 5 years is try to vertically integrate a little bit with, plantation, with our own tobacco and so on. I mean, that's just the kind of stuff I want to see us do.
I think that would be great. I would love to see you guys vertically integrate because it'll bring your costs down too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Long term for sure.
Well, more control too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You'll have much more. It's your field, your rollers. That's you own it. That's amazing. I like hearing that you're doing line extensions because what that tells me is that you are very content with and you're getting great feedback on your current portfolio. So when you get great feedback on your portfolio, the next obvious thing to do is add a line extension to your most popular stuff. Are you getting Gordo requests? Because I've always heard that Gordo is, super popular these days.
Yeah, I've got one. So the 2023 anniversary is a Gordo.
The Anniversario is, but I'm talking about your core lines. Would you do like a Gordo extension, or are you going to start with a Corona?
Yeah. I think we could. I've got breathless and a Gordo also that I made, and it's actually it's good. I'd probably, if I'm doing a Gordo, I might start with the new full body one that we've got come out. I think that's going to be more in the wheelhouse of people who like the Gordos. They want more of a full body. That's my perception, and so that's probably where we might do it.
Okay. Now I want to kind of see right there, Bruce. My two favorite sizes. He's complete opposite sides of the spectrum. He's 660 in Lanceros. Like it. I love that, but that's like it's big to small. Like that's those are his two favorites. Let's talk a little bit about the Sagrado world because you're creating a Sagrado brand, right? We talked a little bit about your coffee. You're also doing something inside of the spirits world, hopefully before too long. How is all that side of the business working out for you? How is that side of the business going?
It's a very saturated market, so it's not growing at the same velocity as the cigar side of it. So what we're looking to do is make a little bit of pivot, and we're gonna, instead of hitting a broader market, we're really gonna focus in on the cigar market. So anyone who's you got a lounge tonight that's on, or if you or going to lounges, you want to have a good experience with coffee. So we're looking to focus on wholesale to businesses, and obviously we sell direct to customers. So you can go again to our website, that's sagradocoffee.shop, and buy direct. So there's two ways you can do it, but
Oh, we lost you, John. John, we lost you. We lost you. We can't hear you. Yeah, we can't hear you. You just cut out like mid sentence. Can you hear me? Yes, I think it went onto your speakerphone. I think your headphones cut out. I don't know what happened. We can't hear you. I can hear you super faintly. John? Yeah, I can't hear. Am I coming through still? I think we can't hear you. Go on speaker. Yeah, I think your headphones died.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah, I think your headphones died. I just heard Natalie say, "Oh, really?" Yeah. Go in your audio settings and go back to speaker. I think your headphones just died. We'll get it figured out. Oh, you can't hear me either, Larry? Larry, you can't hear me? I hate technology sometimes. You know, I work in the tech world. This shit happens all the time. Mid meeting. Um, let's see. I can't hear you. Go on your phone and switch it to speaker. Um, let me see. Hold on. Uh, 1 second, John. Let's see if that'll work. Switching it to speaker because I think it's coming through as a phone. Thank you, Larry. Give him a second here. Very, very faintly. Let me see if I can say it. Say something now.
He's gone or you're gone?
No, I can hear you, Natalie.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now we got you back. All right. Yeah, your headphones must have died.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I made my earbuds. I just put you on speaker now.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Okay.
So Natalie, now that we're on speakerphone, come back in. Come back in.
She want Natalie. He wants
Go
you
sit.
back.
Go sit. Go sit.
Come back, Natalie. Come back.
Come back.
No, 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 no.
Come back.
No,
Come back.
No, 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 no.
I was lying
So-
down.
So Natalie, Bruce specifically asked for you to come back. So Bruce,
Oh, did
you're
he?
happy now.
Hi, Bruce.
He did. He did.
Great.
So
You just woke
Natalie,
me up. Thanks.
I have a few questions for you. So you're brand new to this whole cigar thing. Before John, I mean, it just wasn't necessarily a thing for you. You've cannonballed into this world, and you've done it great. I mean, you've gotten certified. You're a tobacconist. you're marrying John. Sorry about that. We can talk about that later. But I'm totally kidding. Totally kidding. Love you, brother. But anyways,
Hey, Ryan.
He's not looking.
Right. She wasn't here when I was saying all those nice things about her, so don't say anything because her head will get too big.
Really? Was he saying nice things?
he was.
Aw.
So what has your experience been like inside this crazy cigar world that you've had to learn so fast? What has this been like for you in the last couple of years?
You know what? It's been pretty awesome. I have met so many great people. It's such a change from the corporate world, right? Yeah, Natalie rocks. I know. It's just like it's so chill, and people don't take themselves too seriously. So it's I love it. It's just so laid back, and you go to lounges, and the people at lounges are cool. You can talk to them, and so it's been really refreshing. Like people aren't uptight, and dog eat dog. I love it.
It's a different.
It's a nice change.
It's a corporate experience without the corporate experience.
Right.
But yet all the corporate people buy and make that lounge experience so good. They just can't figure out how to bring it in their own world.
Exactly. Just don't bring it in the lounge, which they know. Just keep it in the office. But yeah, we got to bring the lounge to the office. Maybe that'll be our next venture. You can smoke everywhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, you got to get people in this country to not punish smokers anymore.
Right.
I don't even talk about Canada. You can't even smoke in a lot of Canada. Didn't even know that. I called the guy in Toronto asking if they had Sagrado Cigars because it's next to my hotel. They do, and I was like, "Oh, do you guys smoke in the like? Can I buy a cigar and smoke there and work?" Like, no, we got to put chairs outside on the sidewalk. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Well, because they have a little patio area on the sidewalk.
Wow, that's impressive, though.
Yeah, he said they have like 5 or 6 feet out front of their building that's like a patio that they can sit out front of.
I thought you have to be like in the bush in like.
I thought so too. I thought so too. So I what has been the most challenging crossover for you from going from the corporate life down to the small business life?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think for me, it's how do I say this? Like being structured, a little more structured. I could use a bit more of that. When it comes to the background stuff, the paperwork stuff. The stuff that consumers don't see. Lounges know what I'm talking about, but there's a lot of back things that are involved, and even just working with QuickBooks and stuff. Like I wish there was more. I don't know what's the word I'm looking for.
Automation.
Maybe automation. Yeah, automation's a good word. Yeah, so it's different.
I can sell you a really nice ERP system that'll do that. I'm just totally kidding.
Right, you want to sell NetSuite, don't you?
No, you're not ready for it. I don't think. But yeah, I don't think you are. And that's fine. NetSuite's a huge expense for businesses.
Oh, we're ready.
Sure.
Oh, we're so ready. We just have to sell one more bag of coffee. We're good. Sign us up.
So how have you enjoyed crossing over the border monthly, going back and forth from Canada to the U.S.? When are you just gonna just move here, just be done with it?
You know what? You know what's crazy, and I'm sorry if there's Canadians listening, but not sorry, is one thing I've noticed is that your service anywhere, like for example, at a restaurant, grocery store, whatever, your service is better in the U.S. And I mean, it's not top notch. Don't get me wrong. Like you're not,
Except for medical.
But in Canada, it's like your medical, your healthcare is top notch, absolutely top notch in comparison to Canada. As a matter of fact, this is super personal, but like I see a doctor in Colorado because I can't bother with Canada because it's poop poo. Um,
So right, all the stuff that we've always heard, about go to socialize, then it's just like Canada. You talk to Canadians who find out,
it's all lies. It's all lies. They tell
Oh
us
yeah,
Canada
oh yeah,
wants us to say.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
I'm gonna get kicked out of Canada, and I'm one of 10 black people in Canada, so don't kick me out. We need diversity.
So the other, yeah. Well, I've always heard that the number one tourism trade in the U.S. is medical tourism, and there's a reason for it. So when are you going to answer my question? When do you move in here? When are you just going to be done? When are you just going to be done with Canada?
I know
because
right?
because we're afraid John's just not going to come home one of these days. We don't want that.
You like Canada, though, eh?
I do like Canada, eh?
Hey, yeah, no, it's awesome. In my, okay, it is a fraud. It's a total fraud. You got it. So, but otherwise, I like going. Nothing wrong with Canada. I like coming to the States though. But yeah, with travel, it gets. I don't even know where I am half the time. But I like it down here. I like it in the U.S.
So when are you going to answer my question?
So, see, if I need a doctor to tell me I have ADHD. Okay, so the plan is in what? It's a 4-year plan, 3-year plan.
3.5 years.
I mean, whatever.
3.5 years.
Well, because you have kids too. You have kids.
I have kids, so yeah.
That need to get older and get out of the house.
Exactly. Like I gotta, I mean, right before we got on this, my girlfriend calls me and she's like, "Oh, we found your son's wallet." My son's how old is he? 13? 14? 13? 14.
John knows better than you. I'm just saying.
Oh my God. I was sleeping. He woke me up. So yeah. So like, that's just an example of why I need to be home with my kids because they're, what kids are like.
Now in Canada, do you guys do what we do at 18? Give them a pack of cigarettes, a 6-pack, and kick them out when they're 18?
Right? Yes. Yeah, that's what I did. I got my Labatt Blue and I was out.
There you go. There you go. So as you're coming into Colorado, what's something that is in Colorado that you love outside of John that you can't get in Canada?
The mountains. Well, you can get them in Canada, but not where I am.
Okay.
In-N-Out Burger.
In-N-Out Burger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be another one. What else do I love out there?
Me?
No.
And she said no.
No. I think there's
Buc-ee's.
Oh, Buc-ee's. Oh my God.
Okay.
Buc-ee's is bananas. Have you been to Buc-ee's yet, Ryan?
That's the gas station, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So it's a department store.
It's a department store /
Oh, what am I thinking of? The one in Florida.
Texas.
No, the one in Florida that's the gas station that everybody eats at. Starts with a Y, I think.
Oh.
If anybody watching knows, but anyways, but I've heard of Buc-ee's. Okay, so Buc-ee's is good chicken, good food.
No, it's a beaver.
You know the beaver. Okay, you're gonna have to go. Where's it, Johnstown?
It's in Johnstown, Loveland area.
Okay.
It's worth a trip. Right. It's like the stupidest gas station you've ever seen, and people line up.
It's a family thing.
They go for picnics at the gas station. It's messed up. This place is nuts.
Kids walk out with the outfits.
Yeah, they're wearing the stupid beaver.
Wow, Rudy's over here saying the brisket's amazing.
It's ridiculous. Dessert. I can't see brisket.
Yeah, he said they got the cleanest bathrooms and brisket.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Do they eat brisket in the bathroom? That's a no-no for me.
It's not brisket.
So, what has been your most favorite state, irregardless, or what's been your most favorite state regardless of work?
Probably Georgia.
Okay, if I'm looking at
What do you like the traffic over there?
I love Georgia.
You like the traffic?
I don't like the traffic, but I like driving in Georgia. I love the people of Georgia.
What about Texas?
Okay.
And I mean, I
love Texas.
love Texas, but I love Georgia.
Okay, that's fair.
So where has been a vacation spot in the States that John's taken you so far?
Oh, the best Estes Park.
What about Hawaii?
Okay, Estes. Did he take you? Did you guys go to the Stanley?
Yeah,
Yes,
we went to.
yes.
I've been there twice with him. The
Yes.
Stanley. It's beautiful, and all the
Yep.
elk.
I know they wanted to charge me $10 for parking. I said I'll just look at it from the outside. It's cool.
I would say the same thing.
Like I pulled in. I'm like, I just want to see room 1408. I think that's what it was. Where most people don't know the actual story, but Stephen King, the Stanley Hotel was where Stephen King wrote The Shining. It was not
Right.
where it was filmed. It was
Right.
actually filmed over in England, in parts of Europe. But the basis for it is the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park. I went there just because his room, the room with the naked lady in the movie, I think it was 1408 or something like that, is an actual room that you could rent out specifically. And it was a super expensive room to rent out specifically and was booked for years for Halloween and stuff like that. But the
Wow.
hotel is supposedly haunted. Is the
I've been in that room.
backstory for The Shining. You've been in that room?
I've been in that room, and I was there with a bunch of people from the FBI, and it was a trade show, and so we were in the room, and they specifically wanted that room because we were hoping to see the tables levitate and all the stuff that happened in there. And I guess the spirits were afraid of the FBI. I don't know.
But yeah, it's got a very interesting history. So that's awesome. So one of your favorite places is Estes Park. I tell you, during the rut for the elk, my gosh, they're everywhere. They're
Yeah.
everywhere, and
It's
they will
so
walk
cool.
feet from you.
Park was awesome too.
Oh yeah, Winter Park.
Winter
Have
Park
you-
was
Oh,
awesome.
Winter Park's gorgeous.
We went up there this past winter, and
It was
we're snowmobiling in the mountains.
Nice,
Yeah, it was. Super
nice. Powder or trails?
Are you crazy? Trails.
Okay, well, I don't know. I would have a little bit of powder.
We're
I wouldn't be here. I'd be like, hey, remember Nat?
She got lost. We don't know. Somewhere.
That's why.
The battery on her coat died at this point. We don't know. So, what about like beachfront stuff? Have you guys gone to the vacation stuff in Texas and kind of
We've done
gotten away?
We've done Hawaii a couple times. U.S. Where else? We did Miami.
Yeah, we did Miami, Bimini.
Bimini?
Bimini.
That's not U.S., is it?
No, that's supposed to be U.S.
No,
that was a cruise.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, a few places.
That's awesome. So he's not just making you work. He's taking you places too.
No,
So
he's
that's-
actually entertaining me too.
well, that's good. That's good. See,
Yeah.
John, that's how you do it. You know, you take him out, you wine him and dine him, and you put him to work.
Right. That's what he's doing. He's not stupid.
See, I told you, Ryan. I told you.
Jeez.
He was asking earlier as far as what happens if we get like in an argument. Am I right or am I wrong? Type of a question. How'd you say exactly?
I said if there was a disagreement, who wins?
Then I told him I'm not stupid. And you said it again.
I said I'm not stupid. Oh my god, I think we're both stupid. Oh,
Are
too
both
fun.
of you coming to Cigar Fest?
Yes.
Fantastic. So
Yes.
we both.
I
Awesome.
can't wait.
Awesome. Where are you going to be at, Natalie, after Cigar Fest? Because John didn't really give us all the ins and outs. So where's a cut and light where people can come and meet you? Because clearly the audience tonight. Oh, hold on.
Oh.
No worries. No worries. Hang tight.
I can take over.
Clearly, yeah. Clearly, the audience tonight wanted to see you more than John. So where can the audience go to see you?
We're giving the people what they want.
where are you going to be doing cutting lights after Cigar Fest? Where are you going to be traveling around?
You know what? I don't even have a clue. That's something I wanted to look at the calendar with you. I know we have Arizona.
The cigar week. The next cigar week.
Ooh, I have something really fantastic at Southern Cigar and Tobacco in Noonan, Georgia.
Okay.
They're doing a breast cancer awareness function.
Amazing.
And it's going to be bananas. It's going to be great. Barbecue, outdoor barbecue, and Sagrado Cigars.
Awesome. So if you're in that area of Georgia, when is that?
That is October 6th.
Fantastic. I don't know, Rudy, please forgive me. I don't know what SPI Texas is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But if you spell that out, I feel dumb. I don't know what SPI Texas is.
Let's take guesses.
Let's take guesses. What do you
San
think?
Pedro
International? I don't know.
Take a guess. What's SPI Texas?
South Padre Island.
Oh, I've been there. I've been there.
Okay, so we've got Rudy asking you guys to come down to South Padre.
Well, Rudy, where the heck is South Padre? Like
it's
where?
In Texas.
It's down south.
Well, where in Texas?
Yeah, it's down closer to Mexico.
Arlington. It's down south. It's between like Houston, Galveston. It's actually further west than that, but it's on the coast.
We'll be here all day.
Yeah, yep. Head down to South Padre, deep South Texas. Yeah, I think that's closer to the Mexican border.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I know South Padre. I'd never heard it called SPI. That's a local thing right there.
That must
like
be local.
SPI. That's got to be a local thing, way west of Houston.
Way west of Houston. Okay.
Yeah, a long time ago I went there.
Awesome.
So you guys will have to make your way down there. Hey, Brownsville, Texas.
Brownsville, Texas. If I could split us and we could be everywhere, that would be amazing. I want to be everywhere. I want to meet all of you. It would be fantastic. But sadly,
then we got to get you guys down to South Padre. We got to get you up to see Bruce. We now got to get you over to see Rich. I mean, you're going to be all over the place after this show.
Right?
You're going to have specific requests, Natalie.
Yeah. Like I said, one more bag of coffee and we're picking up your computer system.
Bruce asks here, is there anything going on in Michigan this year?
Michigan. Okay, here's an answer for you. There is an event coming up at the end of August. It's a cigar event. We will not be there, but I've passed along samples of our cigars, so we may be there. Hopefully in the next couple months we'll be in Michigan.
Okay. Well, we got Rudy requesting a lot of Texas locations.
Holy
for
McAllen. You know what you can do for us, Rudy? Now that you're our BFF, you can go to all your cigar lounges and ask them for Sagrado Cigars. That would be a huge help.
They call it Area of the Valley.
They call Area of the Valley?
It's called the Valley.
The Valley?
Harlingen, Mercedes, McAllen.
The Valley.
Florida, Texas. Yeah.
I was once called a Valley girl.
I was gonna say, I don't think that's the kind of valley they're talking about there in Texas. I don't think the whole as if Valley Girl thing works in Texas very much.
Don't even go
but
here.
Rudy, if you're willing to go on and help them, I mean, you could reach out to John and Natalie and own those locations and help that and
100%.
and it would be something that you could do very, very part-time just to get into a few stores. That's the thing is, you guys, if you're going to come on and help a company like Sagrado, every account means everything to them.
Yeah.
You don't have to bring in 1,000 accounts. You brought in 2, and that's all you ever brought in. love they would have is immense. The what that would mean to them is a ton, you know.
Oh,
So
100%.
like you, so when you're listening to say, John's looking for somebody to come on, yeah, he wants that drive and passion too, but he's not going to turn down anybody willing to help him get into a location. And if they only want to work their area, I don't think it would be an issue.
100%.
So
Reach
Rudy, if
out
that's
to me.
something that you want to do and help them out in that sense, reach out
Yeah.
and I know that they would be more than willing to chat with you about that. You got Chris saying right here he'll hit up some lounges in DFW. It seems
Oh,
like you
that'd be
guys
great.
might have Texas covered with this show
Holy.
tonight. I mean, my gosh.
That's awesome. Yeah, reach out to John or myself or both. And yeah, we'll hook you up and see what we can do.
Throw my boots and my spurs on giddy up.
Yeah. You wear my
Whoa.
cowboy
Whoa. It's a family show, guys. Family show. Family show, guys.
Oh.
Family show. We don't need to be talking about spurs and Western wear right now, okay? Family show. No, but seriously, continue. No, totally. But well, I tell you, this has been great. I love seeing you two together. I love seeing John smile and be so happy. And every time I talk to him, it's just filled with the great things that are going on between the two of you. And I love hearing that. It really does mean a lot. John's a very close friend. Natalie, you've become a close friend as well. Kind of marrying into this relationship, but you yourself have become close, and I love you as well. And it means a lot that both you guys support this show immensely, and it means a lot that you guys support the charity event. So, Natalie, I'll end the show with this. I asked this to John, but I'm curious what you think. Where do you see Sagrado in 5 years?
Oh, I would like to see Sagrado. I mean, we're international now because, we're in Canada, but we're practically your stepchild.
Northern Territory.
Northern American territory. But I would love to see Sagrado International, the cigars and the coffee. I really want to see the coffee just, get out there and like really take off. So, but I think in 5 years we can definitely do that. I think we're going to have a lot more lines or cigars in our lineup, and yeah, I think sky's the limit. As long as we work hard, and we have the support of people like you, Ryan. Like you're awesome. And your listeners.
We love you. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love you, man. I appreciate both of you. Love you both, and I love seeing the success of where you guys were, John. Just when we started talking, like I look back and go, my God, that feels like forever ago that we've known each other. But the reality of it is, it's been 3 short years, and just watching where you were when we first met in Smoking Cave, and then now where you are, and you're marrying up, you're elevating your status, by bringing Natalie on, and remember, I'm a firm believer in the whole what is it, My Big Fat Greek Wedding. The man might be the head of the household, but the woman's the neck that turns the head any way she wants.
Ooh.
So right there, Bruce, we love you too. Bruce is always concerned,
Bruce
though, John,
is
when you
amazing.
don't. I will say, though, Bruce is concerned when John doesn't wear a hat.
Lost the hat.
Oh, the hat. Oh, shit. Oh, Bruce, you've always been a great supporter too.
Yeah,
awesome.
appreciate
Thank you.
Love you, Bruce.
Well, I'm really glad that this show supports you guys as much as it does. Chris right here says he's going to reach out to you about a March event in Fort Worth. It's a boutique party.
Oh.
So like I love the audience on this show,
Right.
and the fact that everyone's willing to help out. I love this community so much, and I'm really happy for both of you, not
Thank
just
you.
personally but professionally. I'm just blown away when I'm talking to John, and your numbers are just up and up and up and up. Like it's amazing. I'm waiting for John 5 years. He's going to either have like a Sagrado custom bling necklace or a Sagrado symbol, a Sagrado symbol like Movado watch or something like that. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just it's just swing it around, you know.
Tire rim.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Richard said Cigar Fest in Virginia would be a good one for you guys.
Beautiful.
So definitely Chris, Richard, Rudy, you know, if you guys are interested, reach out. Any
Reach
bit of
out.
help would be greatly
Please.
appreciated. I know, and will be reciprocated 1,000 times. Absolutely. So Bruce is just wanting to know more about Michigan in late August.
Oh. I don't know too much about it. It's like Rick James's family, to be honest. Yeah.
Super freak.
I know. It's such a super freak thing. I don't know
Rick
too much
James?
about it.
I love the Dave Chappelle skit. Unity. So right here, Richard said he sent you an email through the website. So definitely,
Awesome.
guys, look out for that.
Awesome. Thanks, Richard.
Beautiful.
So here in closing, I'll give you guys the floor to close the show. Tell everybody where to find you, how to find your stuff, your websites, and then we'll go ahead and end it.
Why don't you take it?
Okay, I'll take it. Now I'm. Oh my god.
Scared the hell out of me.
We're so big. Okay, so Sagrado Cigars. You can find us at sagradocigars.com, and you can reach either of us, Natalie at sagradoglobal.com or John at sagradoglobal.com. And like I said earlier, go to your local lounges, stores, and ask for Sagrado Cigars, and just get the word out.
And please follow us on Instagram at Sagrado Cigars, no spaces. Follow us.
Follow me
There we go.
at cigar.nerd. Is that what it is? Thank you.
Cigar.nerd.
Yeah.
Sagrado Cigars, cigar.nerd.
Okay, let's not forget, I was almost asleep before I came on, so if I sound a little, it's because I was sleeping.
You did great, Natalie. And Bruce thinks you were the highlight of the show.
Naturally. Just kidding.
So, well, thank you to everybody watching tonight. This has been another live episode here at the Rocky Mountain Cigar Show, deep inside the Smoking Studios. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Huge shout out to all the sponsors that make this show possible. We have BAMF Cigars, ROCF Cigars, Kristoff Cigars, Micallef Cigars, Big Sky Cigars, Cornell and Diehl Pipe Tobacco, La Aurora Cigars, West Tampa Tobacco Company, Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust, Cigar Clouds, and the sponsor of tonight's episode, Sagrado Cigars. Thank you so much for being a part of the Rocky Mountain Cigar Show family, both of you. And until we see you all again, smoke what you like, smoke as often as you can, and have a great rest of your week.
Thanks,
Bye,
Brian.
everyone.